Hello, my 7th graders. We are on page 188 in your grammar books. Page 188, and we're talking about using adjectives correctly. And so we all remember that an adjective is a word that modifies or describes a noun or a pronoun. And so there are 3 different degrees of comparison whenever we're talking about adjectives. So let's look at rule number 1. I want you to highlight rule number 1. There are 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, and superlative. And we're going to talk about the differences in those 3. All right, look at rule number 2. The positive degree is used when no comparison is expressed. So we're talking about 3 ways of three degrees of comparison in adjectives, and the first way is positive, and it doesn't compare to anything. For example, this room is this room is cold. She is very pleasant. Leonardo is diligent. I'm not comparing it with anything. I'm just saying somebody is something. So that's considered positive, okay? That is used in the positive degree. Somebody is something. Not a comparison, just saying something is something. That's positive. Then on number 3, the comparative degree is used when 2 people or things are being compared. So I'm comparing one thing to the next. The room is colder than the other room. She is more pleasant than her sister. Leonardo is more diligent than his friend. So that's comparative because I'm comparing 2 things. So we use the comparative degree whenever we're comparing 2 different things. Okay, let's look at rule number 4. The superlative degree is used when 3 or more people or things are being compared. This is the coldest room in the building. So out of all the rooms, this one is the coldest. That's the superlative degree. She is the most pleasant person I have met. So we're either saying most or we're either adding an EST. Look at the note. If in doubt about using the ER or EST endings on 2-syllable words, check your dictionary. It gives the ER, EST endings when they can be used. So whenever we're comparing something, we're just going to say it is more. She is more pleasant. Or if the word allows for an ER to be on the end of it, then we'll add an ER to the end of it, like colder. But superlative is super, and it is EST. It's like all of them. Here, write it down for you right here, okay? 3 degrees of comparison. We have our positive, which is no comparison. We have our comparative, which the root word there is compare, and you only compare 2 like things, or 2 things. It doesn't have to be like, but 2 things, that's comparative. Then we have superlative, and that's 3 or more. That's the most. That's the biggest, all right? So... and then, of course, we're going to have our irregular, our irregularities there, our exceptions from the rule. The comparative and superlative degrees of a few adjectives are formed irregularly. Learn this list of irregular modifiers. And as you can see, there are 3 lists there of irregular modifiers. That you need to learn. All right, let's look at exercise A together. In the blank, write P if the adjective is in the positive degree, write C if it's in the comparative degree, and S if it's in the superlative degree. So let's look at number 1, more distant. So I have to look. I have the word more or most. More is comparative. So the answer would be comparative. All right, so it'd be a C. Number 2, driest. Do you see a more or a most or an ER or an EST? Yes, you see an EST, and that means superlative. Superlative, it's super, it's EST. Number 3, worse. Now, this one is in one of our irregular ones, so look, find worse on your list there on number 5, under the rules for number 5, and you see your list of irregulars, and worse is under comparative, so it gets a C.
I'm not sure I understand.
All right, let's look at number 4, late. I'm not saying later or latest, just plain out late. So that is in the positive degree. Number 5, toughest. What are your magic words that you see there? Are your magic letters? It's EST, which would be superlative, so we have an S there. Number 6, better. We could say good, better, or best. So better would just be your comparative, so it's a C. 7 is most absorbent. We have the word most, which means that it is in the superlative degree. Number 8 is little, and there's no comparison there. There's no small or smallest. It's just little, so it's in the positive degree. And number 9 is higher, not highest, but higher, and not high, but higher. So it is comparative. Okay, I hope that you understand that. Okay, I want for you to go ahead and do the rest of your assignment that's on RenWeb, and have fun and good luck.